Have you ever wondered how a book gets published? What all goes into that? What does it entail? How to even start looking into getting published? Or maybe simply you've just had a really good story idea that you thought would make a really good book that you would like to see come to life in physical form for you, your family, friends, or maybe for the whole world to see. This video is going to discuss how to write and publish your manuscript. It's going to focus primarily on self-publishing because I'm a self-published author, so I'm an advocate for indie authors, and I'll just gloss a little bit over everything, keep it short and sweet, and I'll add all the resources and things I talk about in the video description as well for you to take a look at in your own time. So we're going to go over three things. We're going to go over developing and writing your manuscript, editing and revising your work, publishing and marketing your book. So with developing and writing your manuscript, you're going to want to just start writing. Just don't focus on edits or formatting or anything like that. Just focus on writing your story, getting it out of your head and on paper, and everything will start flowing. And you can do that on pen and paper. You can do it just straight on the writing software online that you'll have to transfer it to later anyway. Using Google Docs or Microsoft Word, either one is fine. I personally use Microsoft Word, but not everyone can pay for that. I got it as a student, so Google Docs works just fine, has everything you need to make and publish a book. As far as editing softwares, I would use Grammarly and ProWritingAid. Just the free versions is fine. I use both, so you can do that. And then once you have your story written, the whole first draft, then you want to go back and try to make your edits. Don't worry about editing as you're going, or you're going to get stuck, and it's going to feel very daunting. And it's good to have little motivations too. So saying, oh, I'm going to write just a page today and get that done, it'll help keep you motivated to keep writing every day. Just some sort of little goal to achieve really helps and goes a long way. And a lot of times, if you put your work down, step away for a day or two, or maybe even a week, and then come back, that helps a lot as well. So that's the first steps in developing and writing your manuscript. And then step 2, editing and revising your work. I would recommend copyrighting your book as unpublished works on the U.S. Copyright Office if you're in the U.S., because that just gives you more legal grounds if someone was to steal your work. And it can help deter, and also putting a watermark on your manuscript before sending it to beta readers and editors. Beta readers, they're going to just help give opinion on your book, and you can accept or deny their comments. And then after you get the edits from them and make more edits yourself and things like that, then you might be more ready to send it to an editor. An editor, I would recommend finding one that's more well-rounded in all the different types of editing, or else you're going to end up having to pay different editors for different types of editing in your book, and that's just going to get costly. So I'd find one that's more well-rounded, and you can find your editors on Fiverr.com. And then I would also recommend that after you get your book back from your editor, maybe edit it a couple more times. So in the end, you're going to be about 7 to 10 drafts and edits by the time you're ready to start looking into publishing. Which leads us to step 3, publishing and marketing your book. I would recommend using Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing and IngramSpark. We also call Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing KDP for short. So I've used both of those. I'm not too familiar with other platforms like Draft to Digital. I haven't looked into those very much, so I won't talk on those. IngramSpark is good because it is more reputable with retailers, so you'll have a better chance at getting your book physical copies in the stores with IngramSpark. But you're also most likely going to have to be your own distributor, buy your own author copies, take those to a retailer, and do some sort of consignment deal. They usually want something about 40% to do that type of consignment. And then as far as the publishing, you also want to get a Library of Congress control number for your book. That just makes it easier for people to find your book in the libraries. Someone can go in and say, hey, I'm looking for this book, and they'll be able to pull it up in their system, and your book will be there, and it'll be all over, so that would be good to have. And then, of course, officially copyrighting your book as well as a regular publishing than the unpublished works. And as far as marketing goes, there are a lot of Facebook groups you can join that one day every week indie publishers can advertise their book. And you can also do book talk, Instagram, different things like that. You can also do the Facebook ads. Go to in-person events, and if you're like a fantasy author like I am, you can set up at fantasy festivals and make a lot of sales that way. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to have physical copies of your own book. And you'll probably end up needing to spend some money on a graphic designer, a formatter. I did all this myself because I already had the digital art side of things down. Been doing that since 2008, so I didn't need to hire a graphic designer, but I did have graphic designer friends kind of look it over and tell me yay or nay and what did I need to change and things like that. And formatting is super easy to learn yourself with your writing software, and so I didn't need to pay somebody for that either. I did hire 2 editors for my book. But yeah, I wish you luck, and I hope this video is helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments. Thank you for watching.